And it was nice. Children enjoyed as well.
Very good.
And then we went down to Nasrbao.
Yes.
Well, that was still another good, very pleasant surprise there. And there, as a matter of fact, children didn't want to move away. So they wanted.
It's a beautiful place.
Stay there.
Very good surrounding and
Yes, sir.
lovely atmosphere.
So we set up our caravan there and put up the awning and stayed there for a while.
Good.
And then also we went to Munich. And that also is a very nice place in the outskirts.
That I have not yet seen because that was only bought 2-3 months ago.
Correct. Yes, sir. But it's also a beautiful place
Nice
here.
place?
And also, yes,
Very
sir.
good.
Downstairs we have quite a big place for the mosque area.
That I know because all it was,
yes, sir.
all the details of the building was sent
That
to me.
also
so
has
it was approved.
good fruit trees as well, there also.
You did some caramel there as well?
It was already done for us. So
Okay.
I just wanted to share my joy with others as well, and thank God for this blessing, really.
Jazakumullah. Any other? Yes, please.
Assalamu alaikum. This is an incident which I would like to describe and have your views on it.
Please.
What happened was one of my friends mentioned that another friend of mine mentioned to him that he would like to be, he wished that he was like me. He mentioned
Like a race. Yes,
and
that's right. Yes.
said he is a real fundamentalist. I immediately asked what did, because the word fundamentalist at the moment is used in a rather very devious way.
Wrong connotation,
What
yes.
sense he meant? He said he meant in a good sense. Now, I have been reading about this word Muslim fundamentalist and Christian fundamentalist, but as far as I can see from the real meaning of the word, it means strict adherence to any religion.
The principles, the roots.
Of the religion.
Yes, the roots.
So it is a good thing, but they at the moment the word used in media and used by the scholars, different scholars, it is rather they have made it a bad word.
It has acquired a completely different connotation now, which is bad, which is not good. I understand that, yes. What is the question then?
Yes, sir, whose view on it, because if we use this word fundamentalist.
I agree with you that, for instance, Ahmadis are fundamentalists, truly, in the true essence, because fundamentalist means the one who sticks to the foundations and does not change his shape, but the original plan is kept intact. So because we have reverted to the Quran and Sunnah of Hadhrat sallallahu alaihi wasallam's times, and we have done away with all the innovations which were added to Islam by later centuries, so in the true sense of the word, we are the fundamentalists. But by fundamentalists nowadays, in the modern term, what is understood is completely a different picture, which we do not want to share with anyone else. With anyone, I mean. Because by fundamentalists they mean the Muslims of the medieval ages, not of the time of Hadhrat Mirza Tahir Ahmed. The Muslims who are very hard in their approach, who have no compromises, no cushioning, and their attitude is extremely aggressive to those who do not agree with them, who would immediately take resort to use of force on the smallest, the pettiest differences. So if you are a hardcore, so-called hardcore Muslim, who has no tolerance at all towards difference of opinion, that is what a fundamentalist is, according to the modern term of the word fundamentalist. So we are farthest removed from that. So in the true sense of the word, we are indeed fundamentalist, and I think we have the right to call ourselves the only fundamentalists. And in other sense, as I have explained, we are farthest removed from this.
I also read in the, I think it was an advertisement in one of the news magazine, Economist, about the group of scholars have written about impact of Islam, and especially with reference to the fundamentalism in Islam. Yes. They mentioned that. It was just an advertisement.
What they say is simply, they refer to the medieval Islam. Now, they have a reason why they use the word fundamentalist for those Muslims of the medieval ages which ceased to grow further in any direction and got stuck to the concept of Islam held in those ages. Why they call them fundamentalists is because in those ages new philosophies were influencing the world of Islam. And some schools of Muslim jurisprudence as well as some schools of Muslim philosophy and theorists stuck to what they inherited from their past. And they declared all those who went for the acceptance of new philosophies or new ways of life, or even granted a compromise with them, as innovatists who were making innovations in Islam. So there was a big fight between these pleaders of new ideas, those who pleaded that the new ideas are not enemies of Islam, but in fact they have no clash. Islam should be continuously seen in the light of the human progress. So those were declared as murtadeen and kuffar, that's a renegade, etc. And many times they were burned, not burnt alive, but killed and slaughtered and punished heavily and lashed. Even sometimes their graves were opened long after they had been buried, and their bones were defiled and thrown out. So the modern non-Muslim world of the present day, they look only up to that age. What Islam they find in those days, fighting with each other, in the infights between the various Muslim groups of Islam, they divide those groups into two. Those who are orthodox, they are called fundamentalists, say, in one larger bracket. So that is the term which they inherited from the Middle Ages, in fact. But their term of fundamentalism does not go beyond those centuries. While Islam started and took its roots from the time of Hadhrat Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, not later on. So truly speaking, the word fundamentalism should have been translated as the Islam which we find at the time of Hadhrat Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, in theory and in practice, and nothing more. Yes, please.
We base our argument against Christianity that
against
Christianity that Jesus Christ came for 12 tribes of Israelite only, and while he came, only two were present at that time over there, but 10 tribes were
already migrated, yes.
And so we said that he had to go to 10 tribes as well. So, and he did so. And Islam is the religion for all world and all times to come. But one of my friends questioned that if that is so, why Hadhrat Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam not personally went to all these places?
Right.
And why we say that Jesus had to go to personally?
We say that because Jesus himself had said it, and Muhammad has not said it. We say that because Jesus himself, peace be upon him, had himself told his followers